Oh, hello, good afternoon, friends. So, this is video number 4 on the first chapter for DLED students. And here I would like to discuss with you some methods with regard to conduct research to study child's behavior in relation to his performance in studies. Why should we study child's behavior? Child's behavior is very important. It plays key role in teaching and learning process. Then it enables the teachers to adopt teaching learning strategies according to the study, outcomes of study. Child behavior plays key role as we discussed in teaching learning transaction, teaching learning situation, and in and off the school. Stanley Hall, Elizabeth Harlock, and Geschel suggested suitable method to get required data to study child's behavior. And studying in the sense, not simply studying, we need to collect data. And that data is collected, that data is analyzed, and then data is interpreted, and finally it is reported. So these are the methods. In any methods, to talk about any research method, there are some tools we will talk about it later. Now, in any research methods, let us talk about some steps involved in order to get data scientifically, not blindly, because here the stakeholder is a child. We should remember it. First of all, identifying the problem. And where do we have problem? We have problems in relation to child's performance at school in his studies. Means the problem is the result of our dissatisfaction. Means we are unable to deliver what is needed for the child. Second one is making hypothesis. The second step. The third step is collection of data and analysis of the data and interpretation of the analysis, and finally report making. Now let me discuss them one by one for your sake, for the sake of information. First of all, step 1, identification of the problem. As just now I have said, problem is very important. Whenever there is problem, we begin to research it, searching again for solution. Without aim for solution, research is useless. For example, take a problem, and why do children stop reading books? And why do children lose interest in studies once they joined higher studies? So these are the problems. You see, when we come across these problems, we try to overcome the problem. To overcome the problem, we need to find a solution. To find a solution, what should we do? We should conduct a research. To conduct a research, what is needed? We need to collect, gather data in the form of information that is related to the problem, not vaguely. Now coming to the second step. What is the second step? Making or forming a hypothesis. Means once you come across the problem, once you identify the problem under the first step, what do? You make or you form an hypothesis. What is meant by hypothesis? It is an idea, a theory that researcher sets as an assumption. It is a tentative solution before doing research. And before doing research means we have not conducted a survey to collect data, it is not analyzed, means it is a tentative solution, an assumption in our mind regarding the problem, that is called hypothesis. The third one is a collection of data. It is a very, very important step. Why? Entire research is dependent on quality of data we collect. And if there should be quality in the data, there must be quality in the means of collection of data and what methods we use. We shall discuss it later. And this is about third step. What does it mean? Process of gathering information in the form of related sources that can be called variables, and it is collected by conducting interviews. So we need to gather information relating to so many things involved in the research. Means we need data, vast data, and by conduct interviews we conduct, case studies we do, and checklists, surveys, etc., questionnaires. So these are all very, very important. Now coming to, once data is collected, we begin to analyze data. So analysis is conducted and we analyze ourselves. The process of systematic applying statistical or logical techniques to analyze data to make information ready for interpretation, means we are moving on to the fifth step called interpretation of analysis. Interpretation is different from analysis, please remember, and it is meant for assigning meaning to information. So up to data information is collected, and next one is only that is data is analyzed, and under the fifth step, interpretation of analysis, what does it do at this time, at this level of research? What do? We assign meaning. So assigning meaning means interpreting the analysis of information within brackets data and collected. See, to coming to conclusion, that this interpretation makes us come to conclusion on the problem identified. So this is the fifth chapter. And how do we come to conclusion? By means of statistical methods, standard deviation, mean, mode, median, etc., as all of us know. So these are the basic steps. And another step, moving on to report making or publishing results. See, findings of the problem. And at this time, what do? We try to know with the findings whether our hypothesis is right or wrong on the problem we have identified. See, this is background, steps involved in the conduct of research methods, and we are conducting research to study the child's behavior. Child's behavior plays key role, as I have just said. And in the next continuing video, we study different methods of research to study or to conduct research on child's behavior, child's performance, in order to child's readiness, etc., etc.